So I'm Jerome, and we at CamSES, Cambridge Solar Environmental Solutions, have created a tooth whitening gel using our patented nanoparticles that's activated with light. There's a lot of frustration nowadays in the tooth whitening market, and we aim to tackle this issue with our innovative product. The size of the market is about $500 million, and most of the sales happen in Western Europe, and within Western Europe, it's mainly the UK that leads the sales. There's different types of product on the market nowadays with different levels of efficiency, ranging from over-the-counter products to dentist-supplied products and dentist-applied products. Dentist-applied products are by far the most efficient and the safest, and very often use a whitening lamp. So, is there a problem in this market? Well, we surveyed dentists in about 12 countries, and they shared with us their frustration, which mainly came down to the lack of effective products. This is because of peroxide. Peroxide is actually the only effective ingredient to date. It's not allowed to be sold over the counter, and there's heavy regulations. Actually, regulations are becoming more stringent everywhere in the world, which has led to a lot of misuse by beauticians and manufacturers, much to the frustration of dentists. So the solution is simple, a peroxide-free product that is also effective. But this has been deemed as a holy grail for a long time, until now with CamSES' whitening gel using our patented nanoparticles. We basically have a product that is peroxide-free, effective, and safe, and can furthermore be used with every type of lamp and does not have to be stored in the fridge. So how does this work? Typical gels contain hydrogen peroxide, which diffuses through the enamel to remove stains in the dentin. But whenever the peroxide is used up, the reaction stops. In our gel, we have nanoparticles that are activated with light and continuously produce reactive oxygen species that continuously remove stains in the dental until the required result is obtained. So there's no limiting factor for our product. Our product uses a technology which is called enhanced photocatalysis. Typical photocatalysis uses titanium dioxide particles. When they are activated with UV light, they turn water into reactive oxygen species. But we have created nanoparticles that can be activated with visible light, which is very important because in the tooth whitening applications such as whitening, you cannot use UV light. Secondly, we are able to do this reaction 10 times better, so our efficiency is much better than current technology. We did a lot of product benchmarking, and we were able to show that our product is twice as efficient as the current standard hydrogen peroxide gels. It's furthermore 350 times less toxic to soft tissues, and it does also not damage the enamel. So we're aiming first to focus our product on the dentist-applied market in the UK, mainly because we value the opinion of the dentists, and the values of the dentists very much overlap with what our product can do. Furthermore, dentists are willing to pay a slightly higher price for dentist-applied products, which means that we can take slightly higher margins on our initial products. So we're aiming to sell to dentists. How are we going to do this? We are trying to set up OEM manufacturing, and we want to work with standard suppliers of dental products. We're already working with Safe Nano in the UK to work towards regulatory approval, and we aim to sell through standard dental distributors. Key opinion leaders are very important in this industry. That's why we're already collaborating with 3 of the world-renowned centers in tooth whitening. And with this approach and our strong product, we aim to tackle the competitors, the main competitors such as Philips, Enlightened, and Dentsply. At the moment, we're setting up additional clinical tests with our partners at Vienna University and Ghent University, and we're doing additional product benchmarking together with Philips. We're aiming to expand our patent portfolio and push our regulatory approval, for which this startup competition money would be incredibly useful. And we're also aiming to raise additional funding for expanding our operations. Then we'll set up sales and marketing, and we hope to exit in the end by acquisition, for instance, by competitors such as Philips. We have a very strong co-founding team. I myself have worked in the tooth whitening industry for 7 years and have quite a bit of startup experience. And our other co-founders have a lot of experience in photocatalysis and also business development. We're very fortunate with our advisors, which are some of them key opinion leaders in the tooth whitening industry, and we have some other IP and business experts and also industrial experts. So with our strong product, our business model, and our strong team, we aim to revolutionize the tooth whitening industry. Thank you for your attention.
Two questions. One is, do you already have an investment from Philips? They seem to be sitting on your board or something like that.
So they're not on the board. We actually started engaging with Philips about, I think it was 3 weeks ago, because they reached out to us. They saw what we were doing and they were interested. not only because of the tooth whitening application, but they also want to work with our nanoparticles for other sort of light-activated disinfection applications. So we're hoping to sort of license our IP to them for other applications as well. And at the moment, we do not have any agreements with Philips, just non-disclosures. And at the moment, it's just a sort of a collaboration, not really a collaboration, but we're going to just use their standard testing methods to test the efficiency of our product. And then they might be interested in funding us at some point, but this is something we didn't discuss yet, so there's no legal contracts at this moment.
And just another unrelated question is, how is this type of product treated by the regulators? Is it seen as, do they compare it to other like standard dental whitening products? Are they looking at it as a medical device, or how
It's a cosmetic product. So in the past, whitening products were medical devices, but I think since 2011 in Europe they changed it to cosmetic products, which makes it a little bit easier to get approval, and it's quite straightforward. We only need to get approval for our materials, which is going to take a little bit longer. But when we talk to Safe Nano, which is an agency that tackles this in the UK, they're quite confident that we can actually do this because we don't use any funky type of materials.
But if it is considered as a cosmetic product, why do you target dentists and not directly the consumers?
So we're thinking about doing that as well, but that would be our product diversification after a couple of years, because dentists are very important in this market, and we basically want to gain their trust and their sort of support that they can help us sort of advertise our products. And after that, we aim to go to sort of over-the-counter products, because we don't have hydrogen peroxide, so we can't sell this product over the counter. But we're aiming to do that as a follow-up product. After we sort of create some traction and get some organic growth, then we're aiming to tackle that industry.
You said you're doing clinical trials at the moment, so how long do they go for, and how many cases do you need to go through to get results?
So we're aiming to do about 30 cases in the beginning. So clinical trials are not necessary for regulatory approval. This is basically to showcase that our product works very well. So we don't need to do this to get the product on the market. We just want to do this to showcase to dentists and to do some publications to show how well our product works, basically. It's more of a marketing thing than a regulatory approval kind of aspect. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.